Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Big gap. It's about 150 point gap. always the first minute, it's just watching. It usually gives us clue if it's going to be a balanced day or a trending day. Vamos a ver si el precio quiere regresar. Let's see if price do a pullback and we can enter at 14.5. Targeting high of day. Stop loss aquí. Hey, good morning, Avi. How's it going? I actually entered for longs. I'm longs right now. I'm in longs. And I got stop out. Yep. This is my first trade of the day. Why long? I have a strategy with the first presenter for value gap, and the idea was to go long. But it was not like reading or anything else. It looks weak actually. You're looking for price to get back to the fair value gap. Yeah, both of them took high of day, yes and NQ, and reverse. Super aggressive. I probably will enter short, depends on how this 5-minute candle closes. I don't like how this 5-minute candle on NQ closed. In the live, you can see the 1-minute chart. We can see the 5-minute. No, it's if you turn your phone horizontal, that's when you'll be able to see ES and NQ on ThinkOrSwim. If you only see the Y chart, turn the phone horizontal, and then you'll be able to see the 5-minute charts. Hey Tuki, good morning. How's it going? You just got an amazing short. That's great. I entered on a long and I got stop out on my first trade. You entered short of it. I was looking to enter short as well, but I didn't like how this 5-minute closed, so I'll wait. I took a short on ES. Well, actually ES looks weaker than NQ. And that's something that I might have to learn how to do it. Like when ES is weaker and I'm looking for short, then switch to ES instead of holding on NQ. Did you hear about ICT news? No. What happened? What happened to him? Got to stop out. You got to stop out. There's still a chance that we do a lower high and price then go in your favor. But if your models tells you to get out there, then it's fine. He admitted to faking all the models and everything he teach. He admitted it doesn't work out. Oh, that's good. See, look how NQ it's about to take high of day and ES still holding below. It wouldn't surprise me high of day at 10 and then sell off. But that's just my thought. Let's see what happens. very strong up close candle. And we have ES doing higher low, mean higher high, lower high. Let's see. I enter with one there, stop loss below this, which is also a 5-minute low, and then I will add 33. What are you trading? I'm trading NQ. Why do you enter there exactly the 5-minute low? Well, we don't know if this is the 5-minute low, but the reason I enter is because I enter for the fair value gap, not because the 5-minute low. And because I like my stop loss, which is just below the first presented fair value gap. And below this 5-minute low. It's not too complicated. The fact that this was, or this could be the low of the 5-minute, it's just pure coincidence. I plan on adding one more below this down close 5-minute. I think that in scenarios like this, I might have to be a little bit careful because we can do high of day at 10 a.m. and it won't be the first time doing that. And also we have ES doing a lower high, which is weakness. Let's see. Yes. Why are you not tracing? Like trailing the stop loss? It's a one-to-one trade, and if I do that in all trades, then probably I won't be able to do one-to-one, and then I don't think I will be profitable doing that, because I will get stop out probably, yes, in profit, but in too many trades. I took short and took some profit, but over a bad day. You was up. Yeah. At some point I was up and about to hit target, but I usually don't trail that as long as I am up on the trade. I got stop out. Very weak candle. Closing close to its low. It looks good for more downside. Let's see if I can find an entry before this go to zero. I took too many trades. Do you have an idea how can I filter the bad trades? An idea how you can filter bad trades. I don't think, at least me, I don't know which one is going to be a good trade and a bad trade. What I do is I only take max 4 trades a day, and not counting the first one because the first one is with another account. I only took 2 consecutive 2 losing trades. But forget about the first one. You saw the first one that you saw me taking, don't count that one. That's another thing. So that's what I do, because there is no way I can know if a trade, even it's going to be a bad trade or a good trade. Why would this be a bad trade? We took low of day and look how aggressive. Pull back, more upside. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You say you could have got a little bit of something. That's true. That's true that I could have got a little of something, but it's not how I do it. All right, Avi, good luck to you too. Just reset, take your time, and go back to it tomorrow. You was in a good trade early. For me, if it went in my favor and it didn't work, it's like nothing. I wouldn't, because then I would have to question every trade that moved in my favor. I would think that I could have take some profit, and I don't like that. I don't like it because then I cannot have like a real data. Some trades are 0.30 to 1, but you lost money. Oh yes, but I knew I could lose money. It's not like it got me by surprise. I should not be afraid. I should not be afraid of losing money. Right now, I'm not aiming for making money, but to do something consistent so I can have a big data and then make better models, systems. But I need to repeat the same thing over and over and over so I can actually work with something. Look how weak ES is. And then it hasn't even taken low day. It's not that you was in the green, you was making money. You could have got a little bit of profit and went back in with another contract. The other contract, it's already planned. That's not something that I added because of emotion or an impulse. Before I enter, I knew where I was going to add another contract, because in this trade I was risking $100, but if I enter here with 2, then I will risk it more. So I need to enter with 1, and if price go a little bit lower, then I enter with 2, and that make up for the risk, the fixed risk that I have for this trade. That's why I enter, not because you know that sometimes you are red and then you add and add. No, I knew almost all my trades I add, because if my risk told me to enter with 1, I would enter with 1 if it's above what I'm trying to risk. But I understand what you're saying. Also, I had some clues to exit, or at least to put on break even. I understand what you're saying, but as of now, that's not the way I do it. And if I do it in this trade, then I have to do it in all trades. Not really. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that what you're saying is it's bad. It's just if I do it without a plan, it won't work out for me. But I guess at some point you get good reading, and then you'll be able to know that if this is going to actually get to your target or no, and then you can trail. But I'm not at that level yet. But I actually get what you're saying. If I manage to master what you're saying, then it's kind of hard to lose, because you will be always moving your stop loss above your entry, and then even if the trade won't work out, then you make a little money. I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to do something else, because I have also tried to do that and then get stop out, and then the actual trade worked. So yes, let's say out of 20 trades, 15 worked, but they were like 0.50 to one trade, 0.30, and with only 5 losses, I wipe out the whole thing. That's what made me pass my evaluation and get into my... No, that's good. If that works for you, that's good. How much money have you made today? I have done 2 trades. None of them have worked. So I'm down around $400. How long have you been trading, Big Tim? Four years. Four years straight? Have you been through that time where you say, even though I won, I have to take a big break? Oh no, 4 years straight. If I were short here, I wouldn't like saying this, ES making lower lows and taking low of day, and NQ holding above and holding above. you have to realize the system is designed to go against you, so it will come back to your spot. Take you out, then go back up. It's that way, but that's why it's important to trailing. I think it's important if it works for you, but if it doesn't, like, I don't think everyone has to trail. Unless you master how to trail. But I think it could also work without trailing. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to either be wrong so I can switch to trail, or prove it right and then trade that way. I might be entering here for my downside below this 5-minute candle. That drop, right? They're showing that it did a hard drop on you. They take a couple of hundreds. Entering below this candle. It's a very target is a 500, around 500. Yeah. What they're doing right now, it's looking at your trade and putting it buy while you're selling. Okay, another thing is that even though sometimes, believe me, I have been stop out. Like for example, I put my stop loss here. Can you see it? Yeah. So I get stop out and then price move in my favor. And I start to think, well, how can that happen? Are they able to see my order? But this is, I'm trading a prop firm. This is simulation. No one is seeing this. So this is a sim. It's a sim funded, but still sim. This is not out there. So I'll show you what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday and the day before yesterday. So I enter here long, my stop loss here. I got stop out and price moved in my favor. I re-enter and then I did the winning trade. And the day before was the same thing. Same thing. I enter here short. I got stop out and then move again in my favor. I re-enter and then I got this the winning trade. I always wonder, are they able to see my stop loss when I trade live? Because that still happened, but now that I see them, I know they don't. So you see how it's playing on your line? Yeah, but I don't think that's because my order is very insignificant. It's just the low of this 5-minute candle. Like for example, here I cannot add. I wish I could add. I wish it wasn't that big, but I'm risking, it's 64 points. So I'm already, if this doesn't work, it's going to be $130. So they're taking your other trade and beating it to other trading. That's why it's playing at your line. It's behind the scene. Okay. I believe you. It's just that it doesn't work for me. If you go in with another contract, it's gonna go against you. Now that I don't believe you. That is hard to believe for me, because it doesn't make sense that if I decided to go with another contract, I will move the price higher. That for me doesn't, it's not right. I don't think it works that way. I don't know how it works. And also I don't care, honestly. But I don't think that if I add another contract, that will move the price higher. do it. No, I can't do it because I will be risking more than what I want for this trade. But most of the time I add. If I see a good setup, then I will probably add, and I will count it as my next trade. So I will take that loss as if I took another trade and was a loss. This is yes, this is a SIM funded account. That's what I was telling you. I don't think they're not able to see what I do. It's just SIM. Can you explain your trade? Price was dropping and I entered for more downside. They're slowly creeping you up one contract. The sooner or later it's going to drop in. Let's see, because yes, it's super weak, but NQ it's not that. It's like it's holding, but as soon as ES do a move higher, I feel that NQ will rally. Let's see what happened. It doesn't matter. I'm already in the trade. I like, even though that we're making some wicks, I like how the 15 minutes looking. I also like that we did high of day at 10. Once it gets up to that red pointing, it's going to drop to your level and push right back up. What's red pointing? My stop loss? Once it gets up to that red pointing, it's going to drop to your level, push right back up. You see that it's playing in my entry. Did he got long or short? I got shorts. I'm shorts. Usually I like to take scalp. This is not bad. Since the range it's so big, then targeting for the one-to-one, it's also a big move. So now it's just some days are different than other. Like in some day you can make a one-to-one in 2 minutes, and then other day will take you 1 hour, and it's the same profit. I took the same as you. Nice. But it's still slowly gonna push right back up past your line, but it's not gonna be too much. We'll see. What's your strategy? What I do, it's just trade price action. I don't use studies or. Now, if you had 2 contracts up in there, it would have been more harder for it to come back down. I honestly don't understand how is that possible. I have never heard of something like that. Why not trade a real strategy with proven stats? I'm trying to build something for me. So, because no matter if you tell me, let's say you try to help me out and say, okay, I have this strategy, it works, I won't believe you. So I'm trying to do something and then collect data, and then that will be my strategy. It's proven for me. Yes. Oh, you still developing? Yes, I'm still developing. I'm trading 35 right now. 35. You seen how hard it is? What one contract, how is stand at your line? You interpret it that way. I just think it's balanced, and my entry is very, very irrelevant. It's just the way I see it. I believe it that my entry is irrelevant. I honestly can't. It doesn't enter my mind that if I add one more contract here, that will make the market go up, the price go up. Honestly, I've never heard about that. They're selling your contract to the highest bidder, but I'm telling you, this is sim. Who's going to sell what? That's what I'm trying to explain you. This is sim. There's nothing to sell here. It's simulation. I only add to winners, to be honest. I think yes. I sometimes, for me to add to winner, I have to move the stop loss because I have a fixed risk, and the only reason I add to losing, it's because to complete my fixed risk. For example, well, here it won't work, but let's say if my stop loss is at 40 point, if I enter with one contract, then I'll be risking 80. So I want price to move and get close to my stop loss, like close by 10 point, and then I add one more, and that will be a total $100. I mean $100, $100. One maker on a profit will not move the market. Not even in a 1 maker or 1 minute. Just the way I see it, I honestly don't know. And like I say, it's not, even if I know that, it won't make it. It won't make a difference for me. I know that it's a real market. Are you copying trading? No, not yet. Not copying trading yet. I want to at least get a payout and then decide if I will copy trade. But at some point, that's the end goal, because as you can see, I'm trying not to risk that much. And instead of changing anything, if what I'm doing work out, then what I would do is just add more accounts. Yes, bro, I like how you're managing risk. Appreciate it. I think it all comes with times. If you see me 3 weeks ago, I will be risking and losing account in 2 days. It's just interesting how you got in and it's going against you. Let's say I don't practice anything. I can enter right here and it can either go against me or in my favor. No matter what, price has to move. Most people always trade heavy size and get wiped out. Yeah, that was me. Usually, yeah, that was me as well. I was part of most people. That's why I'm trying to change something. Something has to change. The only thing is that when you spend so much time with this kind of risk, and you spend like a whole month, and you don't see big money, and that make you go big. So that's what I'm trying to avoid right now. I try to stay with this and prove with data and with journal that I can actually, it's profitable. But yeah, many times I get in that maybe next month is the best month, and then I'll make a lot of money out of nowhere. So I'm going to risk big. I don't think that's the right approach. Actually, this is what I'm trying to do. Like slow, make it work, and then maybe more account, more contracts, doing the same thing with data, like something that I can go to the journal and see, okay, this is what I have to do. But one trade doesn't mean anything in the long term of things. That doesn't mean you move it with it. Once you can be profitable with small size, you can multiply your profit. Process over profit. Process over profit. Trust. More account is how you should scale, no more contract. Yeah, I agree. That's what I plan to do. But as of now, I have to stay in this scenario, like being okay with only making $300 a day, $200, $100, because I have tried before and I get impatient. Like I want more. So I'm looking more, if I do this for 1 month or 2 months, then for me it will be a winning month, even if all my trades were losing trades, because it sounds silly, but it's hard to do. It's hard to do when you can just, you know, you don't have anyone telling you, okay, you cannot do this or you cannot do that. And then you say, why not? I'll risk all of this. What if it works? What if it works and I get a big payout? But honestly, if you ask me, do you want a big payout for 1 month or do you want consistency for 2 years? I will go with the consistency because I plan to do this for the rest of my life. So, but like I say, it sounds too easy. It sounds too, but as long as I keep doing this, like small risk, then it will be a winning month for me. Bro, even 100 a day if you have 5 accounts, that's the thing I said to myself when I'm trying to convince to stay with this. Things like that. Like, come on. Consistency will always get you paid. When did you start trading? Today I was thinking about that. I thought it was 2 years, but it's 1 year and a half. There is a failed breakdown. See you at all-time high. Yeah, right now it's not that clear that price wants to continue lower. We took low of day and look at that reversal. I like that. I like that, being able to read it that way. And okay, we fail. I move my stop loss to this swing high, this candle high, like, because this is not what I wanted to see, but I will do it in the future. I plan on trading that way, but I want to see more than 30 trades happening that, so I can do it because it's on my data. Do you journal? I do journal. Yeah. You know what happened to me? The thing with journal, it's that sometimes it gets messy. So what I did is I eliminate everything and then start it all over again. I use TradeZilla. Now again, this time I'm trying to do it clean with all the playbooks and all of that. Trying to truly build something. It's gonna hit TP. Who should I believe? Because 2 minutes away, someone said it was going to hit stop loss. Journaling is the best way to see what you're doing wrong. I agree. I agree with you. Usually my trades, and I know this for the journal as well, my trades, they don't take longer than 10 minutes. But I know this one was going to take long because my stop loss, which was the only level that made sense for me, my stop loss is so far that even for a 1-to-1, it's like 64 points. A 1-to-1, it will be, yeah, also 64. So I'm okay with it taking longer than expected. What do you write in your journal? I don't write the feelings and anything. It's just the number, the result, why I enter. It's already it's a preset because I put it on playbooks, so I only have to put the playbooks. And other than that, it's just like, for example, yesterday I entered on a trade, and remember I told you that I add when it's against me because to complete the fixed risk. But I enter, it went against me. I was doing the math and it moved so fast that I couldn't add. It moved to my target. I didn't take profit because I wanted to add that contract. And then it moved against me. I added because it went to the same level and then stopped me out. So I write that kind of thing. Like, this trade have to count like it worked for the data, but I didn't take profit and I wasn't able to add fast. So I write that kind of stuff. Like, this trade should count like, so when I calculate win rate, it doesn't go to the losing trade. So I write that kind of stuff. Even if it's still a losing trade, but it was my fault. I made a mistake. But other than that, I don't write that. I don't know what you mean. Like, what do you write? Emotion. I like to say that I'm good with emotions. It's like I make peace with it. I'm trying to be as robotic as possible. If I see it, I enter. I only have 4 shots. And if I do 2 losing trades consecutive, then I'm done. Because I write down emotion after each trade because it helps me stay calm. I scalp mainly. Scalping is crazy. If you see some of my trade, you will also think that I scalp. It's just that sometimes it moves fast in my way, but sometimes it doesn't. So I say sometimes I scalp. But for example, I was trying to scalp here. I entered below this 5 minute. Well, then, no, I wasn't trying to scalp because it's a big move. But most of the time, I scalp. My target are 10 point or less, and so are my stops. Usually mine as well. But price was moving so crazy now. So if I put my stop loss, let's say, for me, another good stop loss would be around above this up close candle, and it's still a lot of point. It's 46 point, but I'm also trying not to put stop loss because I'm trying to go a little bit higher, because I believe that, and yeah, it's common say, the higher I go, the higher the probability. But also I'm not trying to go high of day here, but just a little bit higher than just a 10 point or 20 point, because I don't see anything worthy here. I can hold. If you trade minutes, you have to trade smaller stuff. I agree. No, that's why I trade makers. I wouldn't be able to trade mini. No way. That's why I trade makers. So I can actually risk what I want. I used to say, look how we used to trick ourselves. I used to say, okay, I want to risk this, but I'm trading minis. I want to risk $200, but I'm risking let's say 15 points. It's already $300. What can I do? I won't change to micros. I don't trade micros, but why? If I really want to trade, if I really want to risk $200, then I have to change to switch to micros. But yeah, I used to say, okay, I want to risk $200, but I'm trading minis. I have to risk 300. So I'm trying to eliminate all that kind of lies that I was telling myself. That's how they get you, right? Then you get emotional if you lose that trade. Yes, because usually the trades that, yeah, because you lost 300 instead of 200. Yeah, and next trade, everything is good. Next trade, the stop loss is at 200, and then the target is at 200, and you say, now that this one that works, why wasn't 300? See, I'm trying to eliminate all of that, kind of making simple, so I can actually focus on whatever the trades provide, whatever data the trades provide. No, this is a sim funded. This is not a live account. It's a sim funded. Let's see if this can hit TP before 11:10. That would be the best kind of the healthy things to do. I feel tempted to move the stop loss lower and then add another contract. But after waiting all this, I have been in this trade for 40 minutes. And then after waiting all this, imagine if I move my stop loss, I get stop out and then move in my favor. So the only way I can avoid that, I cannot, I don't know what's market going to do. So the only way I can avoid that is just don't add, don't move the stop loss. And if I were to add, I would add right here. Right exactly here. Okay. Beautiful outside candle in the 5 minute. Oh, we also have an outside candle in the 15 minutes. So this is looking good for more downside. There's nothing here telling me that price is going to reverse, even if we do a pullback. This is the exact level where I would add. Let's see if, well, we already tested that level, so, but let's see if, let's say I added one here, I will have to move my stop loss above this swing high. So let's see if that would have been the correct action. And that would be something like the other guy we're talking about, what do I write on my journal, things like that. If I add here and it doesn't work, then I'll say that. And if I don't add, I'll say, well, next time there is an opportunity. Well, actually, next time not. I try to build at that and see how many times it works and how many times it doesn't. The good thing is that if I add here, let's say I won't add, but if I add here and I move my stop loss, then it won't exit on a loss on the first trade. Is he short or long? I'm short. What are you trading? I'm trading NQ. If you move your phone horizontal, then you'll be able to see the both chart ES and NQ in the 5-minute time frame. I have to put the watermark on the NinjaTrader chart, so when you see the portrait, it doesn't look, you can know what I'm trading, because I know the white chart, it's just a white chart, it doesn't say anything. As of now, is it working? Okay, let's see. Let's say stop loss here, entry here. Nah. We want to take that swing low for at least a 1-to-1. So you are in this current downtrend then? Yes. I think price is going to continue lower, and I have my target at 23,500. The best thing would have been closing below, on its low at 11.10. But NQ, since the beginning, it's moving slower than ES. Like for example, where did I enter? I enter here. Stop loss, it's at this candle. Let's say I enter here on ES and the stop loss is here. Oh, no. It also didn't do the 1-to-1, not yet. I was trying to see if, because ES was weaker, then if it would have been a better option to enter shorts below this candle, but it's the same as of now. Another outside candle, but now after 2 outside candle, I want to see continuation. Even though I'm reading, I won't move anything, but I want to see continuation after this weakness, because otherwise it will mean for me that they try, but it's not. Up 936 on the day. Nice, brother. Is that what you normally make? Hey, how's it going, brother? Thank you. Good trade. It has taken more time than I expected. Usually my trades take from 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, man, good trade, bro. I just got lucky and entered early. What's your RR on this trade? It's 1-to-1, but if I had another level above, I would have taken the trade. I tried to I try at least a 1-to-1, but it's not a big deal for me. Oh, this is, I don't know if that happened to all of you, but oh my god, this happened to me 90% of my trades. I put a target and price come, I don't know, look, this is 3 points to my target, and it goes, ooh. And then the videos I watch, it's just like people don't move they target, and he hit the target perfectly, but I don't know why. Where I place my target, it most of the time it does this, and usually when it does this, it stops me out. I'm talking more about the scalps I do. When it does this, it stops me out. Now I'm not sure it will stop me out here. It will rally all this, but I'm sure, yeah, now it will play around, and if it's going to work, then it works at 3 in the afternoon. But this, it's incredible. This is something I don't know how to fix yet, these kind of things, because I also don't have the data of how many of them reverse and how many of them end up working. My R was 1 to 2.85. It's just crazy you let the trade go all the way back to be over 1 to 2 of the trade left. Yeah. Sometimes I'm fast and I, like for example, next trade I took, now I'll be more alert of this happening. So if I see that fast reaction, I will close the trade. But now I was not expecting that, and then I got caught off guard. That's what happened. Price looks so slow that it slowed me down as well. But yeah, I don't think if a trade is so close to my target, I should allow it to move this far. I call the absolute bottom. It's also a whole number. Well, my target it's at a whole number. Yeah, it doesn't scare me because I wouldn't get long here. But still, it's not what I want to see. This is going to look like a swing trade instead of a regular trade. I like that my stop loss it's above 50%. This is crazy. Because there was the other day this happened again, same thing. Like I say, I don't know why 70 to 80% of my trade this happened, and I got out. I was able to get out. It wasn't what I wanted. It was the risk and reward, of course, wasn't that good. But I was saying that even if this end up hitting target, all this time waiting for it, I could be now focusing on another trade. But now I'm still stuck in this trade. I don't plan on adding on this trade. So Give me 1 second, I'll be back. I'll keep monitoring this trade until it stops me out or it hits target. But give me just 1 second. This is just the beginning of this 5 minutes, so let's see if it closes like that. I don't want now this 5 minute, but it doesn't matter what I wanted. Just trying to read what's going on. But I don't want to see this candle closing close to its open. Look how in the 1 minute, how it just went above this swing high, top out whoever was trailing aggressive, and then continue moving lower. Let's see. Let's see, is this hit target before? Look at that. You see what I'm telling you? Low, my target is at 0.75 and the low is 1. That's just crazy. It finally hit it. So the trade worked. It took 1 hour and 3 minutes. I mean, the truth is, I don't know what's going on after I enter the trade. I think that something will happen. That's why I enter. But sometimes it takes 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes 1 hour. This is honestly the longest trade I have been. I think the longest trade for me before this was 30 minutes. Now, I also was most of the time in profit, so it's different if I spend the whole time in this trade negative. But the fact that I was in profit also make you feel good. So that's it. I'm usually done at this time. Look how also, let's talk about this. Look how also, see, if I enter here, I would probably, I don't know. If I enter here, let's not make assumption. I enter here and this inverse. I put my stop loss here. If I don't take profit, which I wouldn't because my profit would be at 23,500, then I will get stop out and then price finally hit TP. So that's why if I'm on alert, then I can get out here around here. Oh, maybe. And then make profit on both of them. But that already happened, so it will be something for next time. But that's it. I'm done for today. Usually I take one more trade, but it has to be before 11:30. So as of now, I don't think I'll be taking another trade. And I'm going to end it here. Done for the day. $4. I can buy myself a bottle of water. That's it. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. And thank you for all the people that commented.